So today I thought we might take a look at what the cards might tell us for the month of May. Being as it's coming up, it might be a good time to maybe see if there's anything we should know or perhaps predict. So as always, I'll pick up my cards and do a quick little shuffle. And then we'll see what they have to say. I'm going to use a Celtic cross type of layout today, which is a little bit bigger than our usual 3 cards. And it tends to give us a little bit of the past and a little bit of the future. So it's a little bit of a longer reading. All right, so we'll get this one more. And as always, from the left to the left. And here we go. So the bottom card and to the left are your past, what's already happened. And we're starting to get into a future of what's coming up. Well, let's see if we can interpret what's going on. It's an interesting reading given what has gone on up till now and what's going on or what could go on in the very near future. Celtic Cross tends to be a reading in which only allows, a glimpse into what can be in the future, not very far. So a month, that's about the extent of really how far we can go with any kind of a reading. Anyway, so we'll start with the first card I laid down, which was the moon. The moon tends to indicate change, indicate just like the moon in the sky does, it signifies, something new starting or old passing. So crossing that, which is always a good and always read as a upside right, if that's a word, card, is the 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands, and Wands tends to indicate home. So we've had some change in the homes. We've had some change in the way we review and look at our homes. Probably pretty clear it's spring. So yeah, there's pretty good change going on in just about every home in the country at the moment. But globally, and more significantly, our neighbors to the south have some changes going on that I find interesting coming in the rest of this reading. In the past, we had some swords. And the 4 of Swords, often referred to as the death card, should not ever be signified as something that indicates death. The cards will never ever tell you that you're going to die. The 4 of Swords is a death of the way we look at things, a death of the way we do things, death of how we perceive things. And there's lots of things in the last little while that has actually died that we could, take from that. We no longer look at global warming as much as everybody makes a joke of it as we used to. Whether you subscribe to it or you don't, you have a different view of it than you did before. That's what I mean by kind of change. So there's been some pretty big changes that have gone on the month prior, so in April, that is bringing this forward. The 4 of Cups tends to be, again, cups are love, emotions, and again, the 4 is renewed. Your cups are becoming more full. You're gaining more insight into how the world runs, how your world runs, one and the same. Going forward now into our, prediction of what could come, we have a Page of Cups. The Page of Cups pages always bring news. They're very reporter-like, much back in the day when you had the, heralders tell you the news on the street corner. The pages are no different. This guy is bringing news generally of love, of emotion, of the need to be more caring, more guiding, more accepting. If you're looking for a description, he's going to be a younger fellow, probably in the age range of between 20 and 45. He's going to be a lighter hair. So somewhere somebody has brought us a message that says, we need to be a little more inclusive in our world and how we perceive things. Also giving us some advice is the Queen of Wands. She's a queen of homes. She's looking at what any of us might perceive as our home. She's the protector of the realm, for lack of a better word, and she's asking us to be guiding, be protective, be more inclusive, just like the fellow that has brought us the news. Going into the next 4 weeks of May, we'll start with the Three of Cups. And again, you can see you're starting to, much like the Four, you're starting to see real fulfillment. You're gaining new insights, new loves and desires. It's spring after all. How appropriate that we're getting the new love and desire card come up. I see the Pentacles tends to be a bit more in the line of money, industry, things like that. You've got an Ace of Pentacles. So again, we're seeing new money and new industries crop up. They're not going to be as affluent immediately. Being as we have an upside down card here, any new industry that is cropping up is going to look a little more along the lines of flatlining until they get to actually grow and become more acceptable. So maybe we have new green industries coming. Maybe we have new ways of doing old things, and until it becomes an accepted way in practice, it's going to kind of flounder for a bit. We do have here the World card. This mirrors everything else in the whole reading of we all need to contribute to each other's well-being. It's a good card in that it's heralding some major moves forward in how we see the world and how we react and interact with each other. It goes back to that inclusion of being, more accepting of everyone. And this is globally, not just, citywide, province-wide, countrywide. This is globally. So this is something really good. I'm really hopeful that this kind of card really has some impact around the world. The last one we have, and much like I just said, that, the industry might flatline a little bit. At the very end, we have some new industries taking off. So perhaps by the end of the month, you might see a little more, this industry is great. We should really pay attention. This industry has some really good potential for making money for all of us, not just the few that are interested in breaking ground and getting it going. So it sounds to me like a lot of new beginning. It sounds to me like a lot of potential for industry to really impact the world, not just close by, and a whole lot of warning for us to be more inclusive of where we are, of who we are, and embrace all of us that are around rather than just, your immediate family. Although I always suggest being respectful and loving with your own friends and family. Maybe reach out and make a new friend. So that looks like the month of May. We will have to wait till June to see if any of it came true. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.